I would hardly sleep ever. I'd hardly shower. Nicotine and marijuana and alcohol, cocaine. I started using crystal when I was 17. Meth-induced psychosis, was in addiction for about 8 years. Broken. We could sit here and argue about it for hours on end about how marijuana was not a gateway drug. It wasn't until it was. My family had found out that I was using, and when I tried to get sober on my own, I was able to stay off of crystal for about 20 days, but I was like replacing it with Coke. I realized that once the Coke was done, out of nowhere, I just ended up with another bag of crystal, and that's where I realized that I had a problem. I heard about Shepherd's Door through a drug counselor that I got my freshman year of high school. I reached out to her for help, and she told me about Shepherd's Door. The reason I wanted to come to Shepherd's Door at the beginning, honestly, was because of the 5-week-long portion of it. What made me stay was when I got back into relationship with God. I think the more that I interacted with everybody and they stayed consistent the whole time. And then I started to change too, where I wasn't so angry anymore, so upset anymore. And I was getting to a point in my life where I was feeling joy. And I realized that, okay, these people actually have joy because they're in relationship with God. I think my biggest fear was not knowing who I was gonna be, because my whole life was JJ was a pothead, JJ was an addict, JJ was depressed. Like, my whole life I had this identity of who I was, and coming into Shepherd's Door, I couldn't be any of those things anymore. A lot of my healing was done through community. My dream has always been to be a mom. My relationship with my dad was restored. I got my certificate to be a recovery mentor. I run all the time. I'm a runner now. For the half marathon, I remember every time that I achieved a mile, I correlated it in my brain with my recovery, where I'm like, okay, I can do this and I can achieve this. So if I could do 3 miles, then I'm just adding 1 more mile to my next run when I do 4 miles. Like, being able to finish through that finish line, even though I was hurting and even though it was hard and I wanted to quit and I was like, I hate this, the reward at the end was bigger than what I was going through. And that's also true for my recovery. My full name is Giovanna Michelle Torres. You can call me JJ.